Turning your builder into a full functional site builder, there are two great specialized blocks that come within the block manager, and that is for headers and footers. Here I already have a page that is one of the pre-made templates. And notice that here at the top, as I hover over it, we actually have a separate block, and this is a header block. If I select it, you'll see it looks a little bit different than how the other blocks look. And the reason for that is to give you that additional functionality for header design. Before we look at how you can bring that in by yourself, let's select it and you'll see the regular suspects appear here, the settings, saving it, overlay background. But then on the left, as we access the menu option, you will see that you can make your header static, fixed, or sticky. Selecting to make your header global gives you display conditions. And with the display conditions, you can decide where you want this header to display, on which pages, and on which pages you do not want it to display. This way you can create separate headers for different parts of your website and assign them to those areas. As with other blocks, you also have the membership functionality for this header. Let's do this for ourselves and bring in a header block. I'll bring in a new block, and from our block manager, you will note that under categories, we have a section just for header and for footers. Let's select the header first, and you have a lot of pre-made ones. Choose one the closest to what you want, and it's most often going to be this one all the way to the left. If I select it, it brings in that header and it will place it here. I want to move it to the top of the page, so we go to reorder blocks, click, hold and drag, and it goes to the top. The first thing I need to do is to select the menu. If you already have created a menu, go to the menu and then select a main menu there. I'll just align it to the right, and then we go over to the header block settings. As mentioned, these will all remain the same. Let's go all the way to the left, and currently it's set to sticky. That means if I scroll down, you will see that another sticky part will pop out. We can set a different menu here if we want to have jump links to the different sections on our page. We can also change a different logo. This is completely independent from the header block at the top. From sticky, we can also put it to fixed. And with fixed, it will remain at the top as the visitor scrolls through the page. And your final option is to make it static. Static will leave it at the top, and as someone scrolls on the page, it will remain at the top of the page. These are the three options that you have when working with your header. What is important, and that is that you do need to set conditions when you are working with a header. This will not automatically appear on all your pages, so you need to instruct this header how you want it to behave. First, let's make it global. Now it will be saved as a global block, and then it will give you the conditions splash screen. By default, it's going to say include the pages and this specific page that you've created. If you want this header to appear on all the pages, simply go to the first drop-down and select all. Now the header will appear on all the pages. If there is a page, like maybe your 404, you don't want it to appear, select your Add New Display Condition. Click on Include to change it to Exclude, and then we go to Pages and select 404. The green little dot tells you that this page has been published. Let's save the conditions, close out, and just save the page for good measure as well. Now when you go to the header block, you will see this little icon indicating that it is a global block. Every time you create a new page, or even for your existing pages, this header block will appear, and it will appear at the top of the page. For the footer block, let's go to the bottom and we create a new footer block. Into the block manager, select footers and choose one of these pre-made ones. Again, you set your menu. And the only thing that you're really going to do here that will be different from another block is to go ahead and make it global as well. Set up the conditions so that it will appear on the pages you want and the pages you don't want.